make these public representatives accountable. The accountability factor is actually missing. And I think that's the real problem. They don't feel accountable themselves also. Whether they is so much so that even if they attend parliament or they don't attend parliament, there's nothing that really is hanging. No sword is hanging on their head. So I'd like you to tell our audience about that.
All right. Okay. So now, as far as the accountability goes, the problem is that, as you are aware, as a common citizen, you and me, we are subject to millions of laws. If you don't do this, you will have to pay penalty. If you don't do this, you'll get arrested. If you don't do this, you'll not get a job. There is no law governing the political parties. So that is the main reason, firstly. And the political parties will, with all their might, oppose any effort for a law to be made which can govern their functioning. ADR, with the help of former Chief Justice Mr. Venkatachalaya, had drafted a political party regulation bill in 2010. And it was forwarded to the government and to various agencies. It was appreciated by the civil society, but as expected, no action was taken by the government or the Election Commission on it. So that is the first thing. The second thing is that the issue of democracy we are talking about, when the political parties do not have any internal democracy in their own functioning, how can you expect them to have democratic values outside, in their functioning in the affairs of the state? So you are seeing what is happening in most of our political parties. They are fiefdoms, they are run by families, there are no elections, people are there for life, they are controlling the purse strings. So, and the biggest drawback is the system of the party whip, which is a law. Any MP or MLA falling out of line is removed from the party's membership. So he or she is forced to do what the political party wants them to do. So now comes the question of accountability. How do you make them accountable if they are subject to certain laws? But the problem is that the regulation of People's Act 1951, which gives, I would say, the details of how the elections should be conducted and, various other things. There are so many loopholes in that. And the political parties make full use of that to wriggle out of issues where they can be held accountable. So therefore, the only way it can be done is by the public or by imposition of certain laws. Now, the courts also are a little hesitant in, imposing different types of laws. For example, if I were to tell you about the criminality only, in all the elections that we have, if I were to just give you the figures, it is a horrendous, every elections, there is an increase of 3 to 5% in the increase in the criminal cases of this thing. Now in 2004, there were 24% MPs with criminal cases in the Lok Sabha. In 2009, it became 30%. In 2014, it became 34%. Now it is 43%. So similarly, the elections which have recently concluded, 45% of the new MLAs have got criminal cases against them. And 29% have got serious criminal cases against them. There are at least 5 MLAs. If I were to give you the rough this thing, there are 6 MLAs with murder cases, 33 with attempt to murder cases, 12 MLAs with crime against women, which includes rape, etc. So if, this is the state of criminality, and the Supreme Court has, so many judgments over the last few years they have given, but there is no effect. So that is why I'm saying, like if I were to just give you the laundry list, March 14, the Supreme Court said all trials should be completed within 1 year. In August 14, Supreme Court said it is the prerogative of the Prime Minister and Chief Minister to not appoint ministers with criminal background. In November 17, 11 special fast-track courts were set up for the trial of politicians. In September 18, the Supreme Court said before the elections, all these politicians or candidates who are contesting must publish their cases of criminality. In February 20,000, they said reasons should also be given why the political parties are giving tickets to people with criminal cases. And nothing happened. In August 21, when somebody filed a PIL that the Supreme Court orders are not being adhered to by the political parties, they imposed penalties on certain political parties for non-compliance of their earlier order. But that was peanuts. 5 lakhs penalty on these political parties is nothing. They are running into thousands of crores of rupees. So what I'm saying is that the only way it can be resolved is with the public becoming aware. And that is what ADR is trying to do, telling the people that this is the state of affairs. Please don't vote on the basis of caste, creed, religion, region, or money or freebies which they give you. See the candidate's background. If you find them unsuitable, don't vote for them. Don't vote for people who are spending too much money. You can be sure, rest assured that he is not going to come back to you after that. He will say, I had given you this much. Now, thank you very much. Don't come to me for anything. So these are the ground level issues which are there, and the involvement of the public is required, because we are very good at making laws, but the implementation is the problem.